Good day, everyone. This is the day 2 for developmental reading. So let's start. So for our topic, for our lesson 2, we have reading models at a glance. The question, what are the reading models? There are actually two reading models written here. We have the bottom-up and the top-down model. The first one, the bottom-up model of reading of Philip Gough in 1972 is principally concerned with the recognition of individual phonemes, letters, and words. This model posts that the reading process commences with individual recognition of letter and phonemic counterparts. The word bottom-up na ginawa ni Philip Gough, ang ibig sabihin nito, yung bottom is yung libro, yung printed material, or anything that is laid down para basahin. And then yung up is yung brain ng bata. And then sabi ni Philip Gough, nag-uumpisa daw yung reading kapag nare-recognize na nung bata yung sound ng letter, and then yung word, then the sentence, and so on, as he reads, he or she reads. Now, so that's for the bottom-up model. This knowledge then leads to the recognition of individual words of the text presented to the reader. Whole text meaning making is a process of building understanding of individual letters to the word level, then to the sentential level, and finally, the text level. So, yun yung sinabi ko kanina. The bottom-up model commences or starts when the child recognizes the sound of the letter, then the letter itself, then a bunch of letter turning into word, and then a bunch of word turning into sentence, and then that sentence, a group of sentences, if that's a term, maging paragraph siya, and then yung whole text itself na, or yung whole passage na. So yun yung point ng bottom-up model, or kung ibig sabihin nun, like literal, from single unit to the bigger unit. So ganun. And the top-down model. Now, for the top-down model of Kenneth Goodman in 1967 puts premium on the reader's active involvement in the reconstruction of the meaning conveyed by the text. The top-down model looks at the reader's knowledge base or schema, and his or her ability to make predictions using this base. The reader has to rely on the use of the printed text only to confirm or generate new hypotheses. So, yung sa bottom-up kanina, it starts with a single unit of letter hanggang palaki ng palaki yung unit. And then, yun yung na-absorb ng bata. While dito, top-down, like literal, parang binaliktad mo lang siya na up-bottom. Yung top dito, yung sinasabi na it means the brain of the child, and down, para ma-confirm ng brain ng child kung tama ba yung knowledge na or yung hina-hypothesize niya. So, yun yung sa book. Dito naman sa top-down model, ang nangyayari is nauuna yung hypothesis ng bata. If he reads one sentence as a part of a paragraph, parang nauuna siya. So ganito pala yung mangyayari kapag ganito yun. So, pero to confirm that, sige, basahin ko ang lahat. So, parang ganun yung nangyayari. It starts with the mind, and then he or she is only confirming kung tama ba yung hina-hypothesize niya, or tama ba yung guess niya, or we can say that it's an educational guess. So let's proceed. Now, the top-down model of reading highlights the higher-order thinking skills inherent in reading. These higher-order thinking skills include making predictions and inferences in the reader's attempt to construct meaning from past experiences, and to reconstruct these predictions based on new information contrary to previous knowledge. So, dito papasok yung kung sa child ado pa, yung schema, yung knowledge, and then the assimilation. And then, ang mangyayari dito sa sa top-down model, nagkaroon siya ng educational guess or hypothesis based on first words or sentence na binasa niya. And then, he or she is only reading it as a whole to confirm his educational guess. And then with that, nakakaroon siya sa guessing pa lang, may inference na nangyayari doon. So, he or she is relating that information sa guess niya sa dati niyang knowledge. Hindi ka makakabuo ng hypothesis kapag wala ka pang prior knowledge. So with that, magagamit niya yung schema niya or yung prior knowledge niya or yung information niya na nalaman niya pa before reading that text. So to proceed. Now, we also have the interactive. The interactive reading model presented by David Rumelhart in 1977, and I'm so sorry kasi sinabi ko kayo na dalawa lang, but tatlo pala, I forgot. As I repeat, the interactive reading model presented by David Rumelhart in 1977 explains that the readers utilize their graphophonic, lexical, syntactic, semantic, schematic, and pragmatic knowledge in order to make meaning of the texts. Both surface, lexical, syntactic, and semantic, and deep structure, schematic, semantic, and pragmatic system are tapped when reading, so that when the readers see a new word, they try to decode it using their knowledge of letters, sounds, and relate the word to what they may already know. So, if sa bottom-up process, nauuna yung text before absorbing the information, and then sa top-down process, nauuna yung parang may information siya before and then relating it to the text. Dito naman sa interactive reading is parang dinadissect niya word by word, sentence by sentence, and it can be sound by sound. And then relating it sa nalalaman niya. So, ang parang nangyayari dito is he is getting meaning based on contextual clues. He is making inferences. He is making guesses based on maybe the spelling, the sound, on how that word is pronounced properly, or even just relating the words into his or her schema. Pero ang medyo risky lang ito kasi if you are trying to give meaning to each word, magkakaroon siya ng tawag nito, maaring mag-iba yung real meaning ng text. Because halimbawa, if you are reading text and then ang ginamit doon is idiomatic expression or figures of speech to which you need to read behind the literal meaning. You need to decode the exact meaning or ano ba? Basta yun siya. Huwag isiping literal kasi maaaring mag-iba ang meaning ng isang sentence kapag word by word mo siya binigyan ng meaning. So, yun lang yung medyo risky in terms of this interactive model. Anyway, it's a good one pa din naman kasi kumbaga dito, ano siya, na re-refine ang knowledge. Anyway, to proceed. Now, what are the components of the reading process? We have number 1, vocabulary, comprehension, oral reading fluency, reading attitude, phonological awareness, and that will be discussed tomorrow or another topic. So for now, for your activity, answer the following questions. How different are the reading models from each other? Which do you think is the most effective? Which one is the least effective? Is there any? Support your answer. And the other question will be used or utilized for the other topic. So just answer the number 1 question for this. You can put it on a yellow pad, bond papers for now, or any clean paper as you may. So that's it for now. Goodbye.